comes natural. 5-star, everything I see. Live large, no apology. Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural.
We're back, y'all.
Don't miss your chance to laugh with Big Mama. You know I got something to say, and it's gonna make you laugh and think. 'Cause see, life, it's like gumbo, messy, spicy. But baby, if you stir it right, whoo, it's good for the soul.
Big Mama stay dropping gem, but this season, we're turning the whole court upside down.
We've got guests, games, real talk, sports mom style.
Season 4, it's live, it's us, and baby, we just getting started.
Season 4, oh, it's bold, it's real, and trust me, we're taking it there.
Season 4, it's live. It's us in.
We got something to say.
Technology, trying to go with the trend.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Can We Talk Sports? Yes, we can. I am Karen. I am a coach of Stage 1 in Action, and I am the Vice Chair Director of Black Wall Street, and I am a community mom. I love my community here in DeSoto, Texas. I love supporting our kids. I love building where I sit, because if I don't promote my community, who else will? So, how about you, Carmen?
Well, I'm Carmen DeLonga, aka Mama D. So I am a mom of 3, all 3 athletes. I'm now a grandma of 1. She just turned 1 last month. And community, not so much anymore because I'm just getting older and tired, but I loved working in the community with our athletes, and I was an athletic director. I've been a teacher, and I just love athletics, any sport. So I mamaed over many an athlete in my time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to get. It's just hard to get it off of me. I went to the football game this weekend. DeSoto played North Crowley, and I'm up there screaming like I got a kid on the field. Just screaming. And I'm just like, and no shame in my game, because I just believe about support, how important that is. And so, it's the thing to do on Friday night. I mean, if you ain't got nothing else to do, it's the thing to go to a football game, the whole family. That's just kind of how things have always gone.
Yes, girl. And when I was athletic assistant, I would go to the game. It didn't matter, baseball, softball. And people would be like, well, which one is your child? And I'm like, they're all my child, all of them. Because wasn't no little black child out there on the baseball field? Yeah. So they looking like, which one is? I'm like, they all mine.
Right. That's right. I mean, even to where, right now, I don't know what's going on. I just been on my feed that we've been having a lot of athletes who have passed. And I'm like, putting a post, pray for our kids, whether they're here in DeSoto or where. These are our kids, we are parents. We're always parents. And so we understand, we kind of feel what another parent feels. So it's like, pray for our kids.
Yes. So. And have they ever said what happened to the child that died? Was it last week in bed?
Was that the one in Lancaster?
Oh, gosh, I don't remember where it was. But he was an athlete. He was a football player. I don't remember where it was, but I know he passed away last week in his sleep.
Yeah, I have another parent.
What happened to him?
Her son she has a foundation called sickle cell trait. It's not the disease; it's a trait. And her son passed in his sleep. And so I try to get her to educate other parents because she didn't even know about the trait. And so educating parents, you just don't know, especially with the heat. I think there were some athletes who had passed because they had a heat stroke being in Texas heat.
Yes.
But that's where parents, there was another mom, she had dropped her son off. And so she said, I just felt like I needed to stay at practice. And she stayed at practice and her son fell out. And so she immediately took him to the hospital. And they were just saying if she hadn't have been there to take him immediately, that he might have not had made it. So she's like, I just really felt like I was supposed to be there. And she was able to get her son to the hospital because they didn't have no emergency, on the sideline or at a practice or something. So, but I just feel for all of us as moms. You
just have to be so. You have to be so aware, Karen, because Malik he doesn't have sickle cell, but he has the trait. And I know when he would travel, like to Colorado and places where the altitude is so high and it's hard to breathe and stuff, like you had to be really careful. You had to be really careful.
That's good because some people don't even be thinking about that the place that you're at is a different place, right? And it may affect your body a different way. So see, that's great. And that's why it's so important that this show tonight, we're going to our youth, to our kids, those who are growing up and grooming into sports. And so I'm so excited about the guests we're going to have on the show. And, just me thinking about when youth sports was around when I was young, it was the thing to do because you wanted to get outside and play and you wanted to be a part of a team. And it was something that was affordable. I don't know right now. Yes. Is it affordable for parents right now in youth sports?
I think it's probably more affordable than like clubs, like club and, some of these travel teams like AAU, like that can get really affordable. So the local sports teams, the youth teams, I think are a lot more affordable than some of the higher level players.
Yeah, like at the parks and the recs and things like that.
And I always said, I don't mind. These kids will get into trouble. So I kept them busy. I kept them involved in stuff just so they couldn't get in. Not that they were inclined to get into trouble, but I wasn't going to allow them. Like I kept them so busy. You didn't have time to get into no trouble because you got this over here and this over there. And like we going. And it was rough on me. I would be juggling kids. Every once in a while I would drop one. But I kept them busy. So that's what I really appreciated about these youth organizations.
Yeah, me too. Because, I had girls. So Ida mine is a devil's workshop. So I kept her busy so she didn't have time to fall in love because she was at practice every weekend. And then the whole family was traveling to softball games. So she didn't have time to get entangled too much into boys and that kind of stuff. And so even for youth sports, as a mom, you're working, you have to pick your kid up, and then there's practice, and then as mom you have to have dinner cooked. So I would go drop my kid off at the practice, run home, make some spaghetti, then go back and pick them up. And so I know we hear people saying that the youth sports was a babysitting for our kids, and I'll be raising my hand like, yep, it was for me because we were trying to do so much.
Yeah, but they learned so much. there's so many good skills that they learned from team sports like that. Is even at a young age, the discipline and all of that is really good for kids. So I really encourage it.
Yes, yes. So today's show, we're going to have Miss Garland Cooper. She is the COO of RCX,
Oh,
yes, Sports, and they are the official youth sports program that partner with the professional team. So I'm so excited to be able to bring her on the show. We're going to show a little clip about what's going on and what got my attention when I did see about the organization. So here we go. I think I'm going to remove. All right, welcome to the show, Miss Cooper. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Yes. I'm so excited to get into this topic because there's a lot of things that's going on in youth sports. So, hey, Arisha, how you doing, girl?
Good. Finally got myself in here.
Yeah, this is Arisha.
Hey, Arisha.
Hello.
So, Miss Cooper, can you kind of just tell us about RCX Sports and how you got into the role of COO?
Sure. I guess I'll go all the way back to the beginning. And I was a sports kid. I grew up in a sports family. I was just kind of a gym rat, a sports lover and player. And I heard you guys talking, and we were the same. It was like, yeah, you're going to be busy. You're going to be playing sports and going to practice and doing all the things. So I grew up with sports, and it led me. I was a softball player. It led me to Northwestern, where I played in college. I played professionally, and so it was just always kind of what I did. And I knew that ultimately I wanted to work in sports. Also, like you guys were saying, it like sports has changed my life, like made me who I am. And I just knew the impact it had on me. And so I've always been really passionate about helping kids find their path through sports. And that's really what led me to the sports field and ultimately RCX Sports, where, we partner with the pro leagues to bring youth sports programming to local communities. And now, as COO, I oversee operations for more than 1 million young athletes every year, which is like so personal for me, and I'm a mom of 3 too, who play sports as well. So I just know firsthand how it can like shape kids' lives, and it's important to me that kids have that same opportunity that I did.
Great. Let me ask you this. Why was it important for RCX to connect with the professional leagues? Because, I just always saw things separate, but I was like, eventually the professional leagues have to start caring about the youth sports because they feed into the program. And so this RCX kind of bridged that gap. So why was that important to do?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's really interesting. Like all of the pro leagues kind of came to us with similar problems. They're like, we want kids to be more engaged with us. We want them to become fans. We want them to be playing. We want them to understand the brands and what it means and all that. But in some cases, like sports, they weren't very accessible. So they're like, how do we get to more kids and make it really easy for them to play and make it affordable and all these things. So we really kind of like we got in the think tank with them to try to like solve these problems. And now, we have multiple programs, just about every professional league involved, really trying to engage those kids at the grassroots level.
Yeah. I can go ahead and ask all.
I know. Look, I'm trying to pull.
The thing I like about that is the exposure for these kids. Like they have to know that it goes well beyond high school, college, like exposing them to things that they otherwise wouldn't be exposed to. And even if they don't go on a professional level or whatever, they still know there's so many things in the professional level that don't have to do with being a running back or a quarterback. There's video, there's coaching, there's so many aspects, accounting, and all of that. So getting these kids exposed to a higher level of thinking, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that's the hope, right? Is that we create a really high level experience with the programs that lets these kids feel like they're playing like a pro, or almost they get to wear the jerseys and same jerseys that their favorite players would wear, and that kind of thing, and kind of connect those dots for them. So it's been really cool to see, and some of the programs, to your point, Mama D, it's like you can be playing a tournament at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and you might meet some of your favorite players, as part of the program, because these pro leagues are so bought in on, getting these kids involved.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
With NIL,
where all are you guys located? Like, are you all over the country, or?
We're all over. So we have on our website on rcxsports.com, there's a league finder there where you can type in your zip code and find sports. But the whole concept, as part of what we're trying to do, is really to like meet kids where they are. So we partner with groups like YMCAs, like Boys and Girls Clubs, like Parks and Rec organizations, groups that are already in the local communities, to try to, to be where the kids are trying to find sports. So we're all over the country.
I think when I saw it, it was flag football. And can you kind of talk about how big that is, especially for girls? I think our high school team this summer just established a flag football team, and it's just like hyped. So
yes.
It's been the coolest thing. So when I said the pro leagues came to us and they with like, we're trying to solve problems for them. The NFL came to us and they were like, girls just like aren't engaging with us. Like, and we want them to be able to play. And so we've been in the background working towards this kind of girls flag football movement. We call it Females in Flag. And now there's over a dozen states where it's sanctioned as a high school sport. So to your point, where girls are playing in high school and at the collegiate level now, and it's an Olympic sport. So there's like this pathway. Mm-hmm. There's this pathway for girls to play. And so we're seeing more and more girls getting involved because there's a real opportunity for them to play football. Like, growing up, it was like boys play football. Girls can watch, but like boys play football. And now girls are actually like really playing football, and really it's really good football too. It's really fun to watch. You saw some clips in that like short video you showed. Yeah. I mean, those girls are playing some football, and it's been really cool to see.
It is. I haven't been able to go to a game, but I definitely would love to go.
And the coolest thing too is we have found that over 50% of the girls that are playing girls flag weren't already playing sports. So it's actually getting more girls to play sports, more involved in sports in general, than we even like anticipated, you know? So that's been a cool piece of it too.
That wouldn't even be playing sports. This is just
Right.
another physical thing that they wanted to be a part of.
Right. They maybe would have never played sports otherwise. So it's been really cool to just have another opportunity or another avenue for girls to find their path through sport.
Wow.
How can parents? I don't know if somebody touched on this already.
I think you.
Irisha, we delayed. Go ahead, Irisha.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if somebody had touched on this already, how can parents and coaches get their kids plugged into RCX?
Yeah, that's if you go to our website, there's a league finder. So rcxsports.com, you can go to whatever sport you're trying to find, but you go to nflflag.com and there's a league finder there, and you can just type in your zip code and find a league.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we do try to partner with like
I was going to mention the flag football.
I think Mama D has a
delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm delayed. But I was just going to mention the flag football. I think UT Arlington, University of Texas Arlington, I think they were the first university this summer that gave women scholarships for flag football. So I was really excited to see that.
There's quite a few doing it now. It's actually been really incredible, and it's happened really, really quickly. The NFL has been pushing it. All of the NFL clubs, like the NFL teams, are all involved in their states and in their markets too, just really helping push it. And it's grown so fast. It's all happened so fast. It's been really it has a lot of momentum for sure.
Oh, that's good. What's a success story that really sticks with you from your work with RCX? Do you have one?
I think the girls flag is really cool. One other kind of flag related success story is when we first started. So we've been operating NFL flag for about 5 years now. And when we first started, we had this goal of building like this big kind of championship event. And it's taken us almost 5 years, but this past year we had close to 3,000 kids come and compete at a national championship event, which grew from 42 teams to close to 300 teams over the course of those 5 years. So it's been really cool. And so it went from having we had 8 regional tournaments, and now we have 33. So it's grown a ton. So that's been really, really cool to see.
So what is the cost for the kids to get involved into the program?
So it varies depending on where you are, but we obviously recognize that cost is one of the barriers to youth sports these days, especially. So we aim to keep it really affordable. And we actually also have a nonprofit arm called the RCX Sports Foundation. And there are opportunities for grants and subsidies through the foundation that just make sure that it's never finances is never the reason a kid doesn't play. So it does vary. It kind of depends on where you are and the league that you're in and all of that. But we aim to keep it affordable for sure.
Oh, that's good. So if I wanted to be a coach, do you guys have a program where I would be trained as a coach to establish a team? Do you have it all the way built out like that? Or I would already have to come with an existing team to join the organization?
No, we do. We have a ton of trainings and a bunch of resources for people that want to coach. Our goal is that our resources are such that anybody could coach it. So any mom could just say hey, I'll get out there and I'll coach some football and go out there and coach. because we have like, you know, different apps and videos and things to watch. Like, here's some drills you should do with your team, and here's the practice plan you can use. And we have a full team of experts too that are always willing and able to help. But yeah, the goal is that any of us could go out and coach some football. So yeah, we do. We have tons of good resources for coaches.
Oh, good. Okay. What if the sports mom created team, y'all? Come on.
That take a lot of time and countless volunteer hours. But I mean, look, I've coached from a track before. It does take some time. You got to have some balance.
Yeah. And then you guys don't only just do flag, you do all sports, whether it's hockey or volleyball or softball.
We have NFL flag, junior NBA leagues, which is our basketball, WNBA, junior NBA, and then we have NHL street hockey, which is ball hockey. We have MLS Go soccer, and then Major League Baseball pitch hit and run, which is actually like an event, more of an event versus league play, which is baseball and softball. And we're piloting tennis right now with the USTA. So yeah, we have quite a few programs.
That is good.
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta keep those big kids busy. Keep those kids busy, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Play all those sports.
Play everything.
Now, I know you mentioned that the NFL and a lot of the pro sports support you well. Are they supporting financially also?
They support in all different kinds of way. But I think the biggest add value that they bring are obviously like the brands are a big deal. So everybody wants to wear the jerseys and have the cool look and feel. But they also have all of the support from like the member teams, like all of like the MLS soccer teams and the NHL teams, all these groups that like really buy in at the grassroots level. So they all are so supportive in so many different ways.
Okay, so this is the question, the $100,000 question. Do you have the support of parents, moms that are helping with the different sports?
So I would say yes. I will. Okay, first of all, this is what I would say. Anytime you go to a tournament or an event, the moms are always the ones keeping it all together, which like doesn't surprise anybody here, right? But they're the ones keeping it all. They're the loudest. All that. They're like so supportive. So yeah, I think we do have the moms. I think we could always use more moms, right? Like more moms doing more things. I think. But yeah. We got the moms.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, we're packing up the food. We got the drinks. Yes. We got the yeah.
Hey, and we've got female referees out there. We've got moms coaching. We got moms coaching. So moms are packing the snacks, knowing the schedule, and then they're getting out and coaching now. So,
super mom. I remember praying, Lord, let me be a super mom. I'm a wife, a sister, daughter, everything. Super mom.
That's right.
So with the refereeing, now that you mentioned that, do they go through the same process as your regular referees? Like in a real football, do they learn all the rules? They get some kind of education on it or whatever?
They do. We have special training for them. Just flag football is a little bit different than like regular football, and there's different levels of flag football. Like even high school flag is different than youth flag. So we do have all different kinds of trainings, and we have partners to help us train. And our team is obviously like really well versed on the rules and all that kind of stuff. So we have lots of training resources for our referees too, and a pretty good network of referees all over the country, which is helpful.
Okay.
Oh,
good to know.
So they get paid to referee? just like
in some cases, yes. And some leagues likely have like volunteer referees similar to coaches. I think it just kind of varies depending on what they're doing and where they're reffing.
so what you could be considered like the NCAA, the governing body?
We're like I would say kind of for flag football. I would say like we're we are kind of we build rules, and there's other organizations out there for sure, but we have we try to keep our third party league operators safe and make sure that they're compliant and creating safe spaces for kids and keeping it affordable and providing access. And so I guess you could, I mean, technically we're not, but I guess you could say that we kind of act that way.
Yeah. And with youth sports, there's a lot of things going on. You will see videos with coaches fighting or parents fighting. How do you guys kind of deal with the discipline part of sports when you're dealing with that kind of stuff going on?
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's really tough. Like these days, I mean, y'all have been to some sporting events, and you see those parents can get crazy, and everybody can get kind of crazy. But we try to like educate the people that are running the leagues to make sure that they know how to kind of like de-escalate situations and try to make sure it doesn't get to that point, and when you need to, get involved or get, police involved, all that kind of stuff. So we really try to educate people. But it is tough. I mean, it's definitely tough. Even in youth sports, you'd think that, parents aren't going to go nuts when their 5-year-olds playing sports, but they are.
Yeah.
They're going nuts. So
Yeah,
we try to provide like resources and education and help to those that are kind of dealing with those situations.
yeah. I think that's the part that's kind of changed now. Kind of taking the fun out of the kids just getting there and falling and making bloopers or doing something crazy and laughing about it, versus allowing your emotions to get involved in playing the sport. So that's the kind of thing we want to talk to our parents to go back to the basic, go back to making sure sports is fun for your child.
Right. I think that's what we lose sight of, especially at youth sports, is like
Exactly.
no 6-year-old is out there, earning a scholarship. Like they're just out there. They're just supposed to be out there having fun, and learning the basics and meeting new friends and getting involved in their community. And I think I don't know. I don't know what happened, or maybe it's just kind of like the professionalization of sports, or I don't know, but we really have lost sight of that kind of initial, just like going out there and having fun.
Yeah. And that's why it's good to just kind of have those conversations and bring it bring it back to the parents. Come on, let's go back to making it fun for your kid. And so that's why it's important for our voices to share that, when we're out there, when I'm at a game and I'm screaming and hollering, just making it fun. I'm here, community supporting our kids and making it fun for our kids to have someone in the stand that's cheering them on, but keeping it cool that you're not.
Right. You can get loud. Just like get loud in the right way,
Yeah. Yes. So I think it's time to go ahead and play a little game. Rapid fire questions for you, Miss Garland. Okay. What is your favorite youth sport to watch?
Youth sport to watch. Softball. I'm biased. I grew up playing softball. My daughter plays softball. I watch a lot of softball. So I'm just biased, I think.
You got one, Carmen?
I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, who's the next big Yes, I have one. Who's the next big athlete to come out of youth sports? Have you just had your eye on somebody and been like,
Yeah.
whoa, that kid is going to be amazing?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. I am not going to remember his name right now, but we just had our NFL flag championship tournament, and there was an athlete on one of the teams, one of the boys teams, and he was on Sports Center. Like, he made these ridiculous catches, like one-arm catches. He was incredible. He played for the Jaguars. I can't think of his name right now. I will remember it, but he is I actually think they said that he was also a tackle football player, maybe even had some offers and things. But yeah, he was incredible. He was one of the better athletes I've seen in the youth sports space for sure.
So my question is going to be
Exciting.
NBA or NFL, which excites kids more in your opinion in this time?
Oh man. If I had to say, I probably would say right now the NFL, with just like, I think the momentum that flag football has just now being in the Olympics, and then the excitement around football season. I guess I would say NFL.
I agree. I think so.
Yes. What's one word to describe RCX in 2025?
In 2025? One word. Ooh, that's a good one. One word to describe RCX in 2025. Impactful.
Okay. Good word.
Good.
One word. But it's a good thing though, because that's what, if it's not impactful, then it's almost like, what is it for?
Right. That's what we're trying to do, right? We're just trying to impact as many kids as we can.
Yeah.
Who else? Got another one?
Yes, in a positive way.
I think your phone is, not your phone, but your screen.
What's the biggest lesson sports? What's the biggest lesson, kids?
So you cut up a little bit, but I think she said, what's the biggest lesson that sports can teach kids?
Yes.
I think it's like resilience. Learning to fail at a young age, I think, is really important. It's not, life is not all, rainbows and sunshine, and there's going to be hard times and failure all along the way. And if you can learn at a young age that you can just you can strike out, or you can miss a shot or not make the play and still get back out there and try again and do better. I think that's a really important lesson you can learn at a young age.
That's good. I think I heard someone talking about, we as moms, we're so protected that we don't allow our kids to make mistakes or failure failure. We're there to scoop them up, and we don't allow that, and then that hinders them in life to know that it's okay to make a mistake. You get up and keep going. But we as mom, we try to protect them, and we don't want to hit bloopers on their feet. We don't want nothing to happen. But sometimes that is not a good decision.
I know, it's so hard. It's easy to say and harder to do. And like, as a mom, I think about things like I know my daughter has homework due tomorrow, or a project due tomorrow, but I don't think she's doing it. But I'm just going to let her go to school and not have that project and get in trouble, because that's a lesson she's it's her deal. She's got to learn that lesson. Even though I want to be like, don't do the things, like do your homework, but it's like, you just gotta. Sometimes you're right. You just gotta let them figure it out, But it's so hard. So hard.
Yeah, like I had a call from my daughter today. She was saying the school called her because my granddaughter didn't have her ID. And so she was like, they put her in ISL and she can't learn because she don't have her ID. And I said, well, she's in the 8th grade now. They're teaching her responsibility to keep up with your ID. But sometimes us as parents, we immediately go, like she was immediately going, like she can't learn if she is.
I know. And I'm like, I find myself sometimes like that kind of stuff happens and I'm like in the car driving whatever she needs to, whatever they need to school, like here comes mom to save the day, you know, but it's like, man, at some point they gotta be learning that themselves, you know, they gotta be doing it themselves.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Karen, she's not going to forget that past. She's not going to forget that ID no more. I can assure you. She learned her lesson.
Right, because her mama had to pay $10 to replace it. Ooh. So she needs to be on, like, you better not forget this, because next time $10 is coming out of your allowance, or you're going to have to clean out the refrigerator, you're going to do something to replace this $10, you know, to get your ID. So yeah, and that's, you know, us as parents, we got to figure out how to balance that kind of stuff. When to step in and when to just like turn your head.
Right.
And it doesn't get easier when they're adults. There are sometimes, even in adult state, I'm dealing with adults now that we want to run to their rescue. So I'm letting you know, Garland, it don't get easier when they like 30 years old.
You saw the thing I posted the other day on Facebook where my 23-year-old college football player sends me a picture of something the size of smaller than a mosquito bite on his thigh and said, "Mom, did something bite me right here?" Like, I'm literally working it. Because we prank each other all the time. And I thought it was a prank. I was like, are you serious right now? And I sent the screenshot to his siblings and said, y'all say that I baby him. He wants to be baby. Y'all see this? I was like, that's what I go through. So I put him on blast on Facebook and everybody. I mean, just the smallest thing. I mean, even that was like 2 weeks ago. And then literally yesterday or day before, he calls asking me about how many minutes to put the noodles on. Like, are you serious? Like, you doing this kid never, like, he don't
read
get
the package.
It was bad enough the freshman year in college. You call with a like a 8x10 size of paper, like it was piece of foil, like this, asking me, can he make his cookies or cinnamon rolls or something on? Like, I said, get a cookie sheet. What's a cookie? I said, well, how have you been making this stuff? He says, with this. I said, with a piece of foil this size? He said, this is when he was a young freshman. He's 23 doing worse. I have failed my son. I have enabled him. He called me for everything. Everything. So be ready. Especially the youngest one. The youngest one, yeah, because everybody babies him. So I don't know how many you have and how far apart they are, but that youngest one is never growing up, ever. Ever. I think they'll make you question, you know, did you fail them? Did you enable too much? I don't know.
Yes. So, Garland, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really, really appreciate it and letting us all know all about RCX Sports and how people can connect, kids can connect. I love it. I'm gonna have to reach out to you, like, okay, you need another parent group to connect so we can be voices to educate everybody on what's going on. So
yeah, thank y'all so much for having me. It was so much fun, and thanks for what you guys do and just get more moms involved and talking about the hard things and the good things. And it's really cool what you guys are doing, and I, as a mom, I appreciate it very much.
Well, good. We're glad that you enjoyed yourself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
glad that you came on and took out the
Very
time.
informative.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. So, hey, you guys. So be sure to watch, to tag and share, and tag another mom that needs to make some connection in youth sports. Be sure to tag their name. Tell somebody what we're doing over here on Can We Talk Sports, because we got something to say. And we love sharing it with you guys. We love bringing information to you guys. So if there's some topics and stuff that you need us to speak on, tag it, send us an email, and we will get on it. All right.
All right. Thank
Carmen and
you.
Irish, y'all got anything you want to say before we close out?
I think we just look. I gave my dissertation about my son. You got the baby boys or the baby girls. I don't think the baby girls are as bad. Be ready. They never grow up. They want to be Toys R Us kids forever. Some people don't even
Arisha, my baby is a boy, but when I tell you he was Mr. Independent, and I always said at 30 it's going to be very admirable, but at 3 I'm gonna kill him. He was real independent, and to this day is very actually independent and take charge, and so it really just depends on the kid, because he was definitely the baby.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've done something wrong.
But Garland, I have to tell you, it has been amazing, very informative. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
It was so much fun. Great to meet you all.
All right.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. All right, you guys. Good night. We'll see you next week on Can We Talk Sports?
All right.
Let's go.